Sunday the 22nd of January, and this is a little street dog that was on the campus at Guwahati IIT. We went to the local market and that was really interesting. Just cows just wandering around trying to pinch the vegetables, and this was a typical scene. Interesting vegetables, they're a different sort of eggplant, some sort of bean, and when they were cooked up they were green and none of the purple was there. Himalayan or rock salt you could buy by the kilo, and all sorts of fancy sweets and savoury things to eat. The old-fashioned way of weighing things with weights and scales. Preeti doing some dealings with one of the vegetable sellers. Your local Sadhu also doing his vegetable shopping. And this was a nail brush or a scrubbing brush made from the fern trunk. Very practical, very organic. Then on Monday the 23rd we went into Guwahati city and we went to Kalakshetra, a cultural institution, and had a look, and that was quite interesting. Here's the ice cream man, puts a different spin on it. We went to the riverside and again we saw some idols by the river. We were catching a ferry over to KIMININDIA temple, which is out on this island. It's a Shiva temple. And they had these golden monkeys there and they were quite cute. Obviously used to people. Some puja or offerings for sale to give at the temple. It was an interesting place. I sat while Preeti went into the temple and lots of people talked to me and took my photo. Some beautiful ceramic tiles around the bottom of the temple. They had a sort of community kitchen and were feeding people. And I think these are meant to be white geese, or they look a bit dirty though. It was getting late in the afternoon when we left and back down to catch the ferry over to Guwahati city. Police boat wandering around with some officials at the front there. And this is what the crowd looks like on top of the boat. There's as many underneath as well. Sunset over the river, Brahmaputra. This was an interesting sign. You can't read it, but it says abortion after determination of sex of a baby is illegal. On the 24th we headed north to Kaziranga and we went to the orchid farm, which is a farmers cooperative that is trying to preserve the orchids. There's about 800 orchids native to northeast India, and this orchid farm has about 500 of them. They're trying to develop it as a tourist destination, showing off local plants and local handicrafts. Here's a lady doing some weaving. They also have a display of the couple of hundred varieties of rice that are grown in the area. One of the local huts. And we also listened to and watched some of the local dancing. You wouldn't want to do that after you'd had a few drinks. Tea is big in Assam. It's one of the biggest producers of tea in the world, and mainly it's black tea. Also rice, as I said, lots of rice and paddy fields are there as well. And I put away a few of these while I was up there, a few Fosters. The next morning we were up early to go on safari in Kaziranga National Park. The park's home to 2/3 of the world's one-horned rhinos, and we came up close and personal with a few. These were some deer that we saw, and a different samba deer and a spotted deer. And it was misty and early morning. We came across quite a few of the one-horned rhinos. They have very poor eyesight, so we're actually able to get quite close to them. Mother and a baby. This one looks like it's got some horn rot happening. It's also well known for its bird population, and bird lovers love to go there, so Preeti had a great time. Some of the baby elephants and the sun coming up. It's a cattle egret. Another deer. The black hooded oriole, so my bird friend tells me. There were quite a number of rhinos, as I said. And quite a number of lakes, which it's in the dry season, so they're not so full. In the wet they actually close the park because it's too muddy. This was a wild elephant. And some buffalo. Wild buffalo. These were bar ducks. Yes, a boar, a wild pig, and some woolly neck storks. And Indians doing what Indians love to do, take pictures. The next day, the 26th of January, while you were all singing Australia's Hottest 100, was Republic Day in India, and we went to the local cultural program and saw some of the kids do their dance. We went to the top of the hill and had a look back over Guwahati IIT campus. It's a very big place as all the students and the staff live on campus, as well as having the teaching areas, and a few lakes thrown in for good measure. Then it was the 27th of January and it was time to head home. And I'd like to thank Preeti and Vish for having me and for making my stay in India so great. Thank you.